as a young girl, I went to Rikers Island all my life to see my family members, my brothers, my boyfriends. And going back and forth to Rikers Island, this film picked up a lot of stuff in me. Because when we go see our family members as young women, we do not ever think that we're gonna end up in that situation. I did at the age of 26. I was a first-time offender. I was sentenced to 20 to life. 16 years later, I received clemency from Governor Pataki when he made the Rockefeller drug laws his pilot to get into office.
Is what?
Pilot to get into office. He basically ran his campaign and won his election on that, on the Rockefeller drug laws. Through my experience and the things that I endured and advocating for myself to receive clemency, because it's a political game too, and because we do not have communication, we do not have our community backing us, we do not have the churches backing us, it's hard for us to get any help once we're inside. Our family comes to see us, we begin to live in 3 worlds. Being incarcerated, the visiting room, we make that our world with our family where we try to do everything that we can because we know we're not walking out that door with them. So we create our own world in the visiting room with the hours that we have to share with our family members or whoever communicates with us. A lot of times, what we endure inside, you would never know about or hear about because we're not gonna share that with you or discuss that with you because you're already dealing with the fact that we're sentenced to 20 life sentence, so we're not gonna burden you with anything more. And what happens, your family comes to see you, so whoever's the guardian is constantly telling your family, don't go up there telling them what's really going on at home. Don't tell them the issues and what we're really going through because it's not making change, they're already going through a lot. So what you have, we create a fantasy world of what we want it to be. As inmates, well, I don't consider myself an inmate. I don't say that I'm a formerly incarcerated person. I'm a woman that made a mistake in life, went and did my time, came out, and been home 16 years as I stand here today. But the things we endure in here, we basically keep it to ourselves. And for 2017 to see a film like this is major because these are the kind of things that need to be brought out to society. As taxpayers, people need to know where their money is being spent and how people are being treated. When they talk about rehabilitation, there is no rehabilitation inside behind them walls. Jails are run according to the neighborhood that they're in and how they run them. The farther you go upstate, the more they do what they want. We have no say-so. If you go to Albion Correctional Facility, as soon as you step off the bus, they tell you you're not in Bedford Hills. We run things different. You're in Albion now. We do things our way. And they don't care about beating up women the same way they'll beat up on men. In Bedford, you had a series of officers that were called the Wild Bunch. They messed with women, they had sex with women, they did what they wanted to. A lot of women became pregnant, and we have no knowledge of where the babies went. It was rumors that the babies were being sold, and a lot of things go on inside that you couldn't even imagine. Because power and authority, people become animals and they do what they want. I just got so much emotions going right now because this film has really just touched a lot. But what I want to say is that that's why it's so important with this prison ministry for them to start doing much more. You know, it's all right to start mentor programs. It's all right to write letters to people, but we need to be doing what people really need. You know, everybody writes letters to prisoners. Everybody has a mentor program. We need to focus on community building, having somewhere for these people to live, having jobs when they come home. When I came home in 2000, even though I got clemency from Governor Pataki, I went on 53 interviews and got turned down. Not because I didn't have the qualifications for the job, but because of my record. And it was a first-time offense. I didn't have anything else. Since I've been home, the system has tried to take me down twice. One for hindering prosecution, something that they said my husband did, and because I wouldn't turn state evidence on him, they came up with a law that wasn't used in the United States in 33 years and tried to convict me on that. So once we become incarcerated, we never live that down. We're labeled, and no matter what happens, they come after us. Any chance that they get, even if they know we're not involved in the crime or we didn't have anything to do it. Because at the time I was doing public speaking, so they was following me. They already knew that I was in the media eye. They knew what I was doing. And a lot of our organizations for formerly incarcerated people, they only carry you when you're doing good. When something go wrong with us and we really need them, they're not there. That's why I fell back and stopped doing a lot of things that I was doing. But it's been a mass movement over the years, and I've seen the change to now 2017. We've come a long way, but we need to even go further. And I think that we need to understand and realize that community organizing is where we need to begin. Because we're not fortunate when we come out and they give us that $40 and kick us out. We're not fortunate enough to choose where we're gonna go. And shelters, getting apartments, getting into these programs that are good and are housing people, it's a waiting list. You know, and the population that we have, is no help for them. So with that being said, I'm gonna leave that to give you something else to think about. Thank you.
Elaine.